Welcome to this video. This is something out of the ordinary. I'm doing a couple of bonus videos, yeah, for Christmas time. I know it's still a couple of days, but I know that you enjoyed it a lot, that I did some Kibitzing videos around Christmas time. And I'm doing a little bit of that now in those days leading to Christmas. This is obviously on the ICC, you know, the picture here, just like one of my Blitz videos, but I'm going to Kibitz this time. And this is a game that I have chosen to start with. This is Grandmaster Goldmund with white. This is Alexander Rustemov playing with white here against German International Master Matthias Müller Swap, one of my frequent opponents. I also played Goldmund, of course, and he just has won the game. We came a little bit late here. Let's see what games we are able to catch. I'm going to switch around a little bit and see what's going on. This is a game between a player Netherlands with white, no name I guess, no, against Maestro ISK. This is an IM Alexei Kireev, I'm sorry. I had played him before, I think, with a win recently. So let's see what happens here. We got an end game where the black side is more active. Yeah, he manages to enter with the rook, but he has to be careful. The rook on d2 is now trapped. King f2, king e3, and the rook is gone. Yeah, just take c4 and king e3. Now c3 has covered the rook. Hey, I don't understand that actually. Why is white using just 1 minute after 25 moves? This is just not good, yeah. Instead of, if he here, c4, he just b takes c4 and black resigns. King e3 next move. But I don't know why you have to play immediately. I have no idea why. Okay, now black is just better. He can even try to invade. Can take a d3 now as well and free the rook. King c5, king b4, and that's it. But black is also playing instant moves. It's not a bullet game, guys. Okay. Yeah, black should win. I will stay on this game until it is finished, even if some other game has started that is maybe more interesting on paper. But we want to have somewhat complete games. Yeah, here black has this 3 pawns on the queen side. And it's just much quicker, but for some reason they keep on doing a bullet game. Black could take some time and just win the game, but I don't know. Yeah, he probably can just push the pawns. It's maybe a case where you don't need to be that precise. A4, b3. They just do the home run here. Those pawns. B2.
White forfeits due to disconnection.
Yeah, kind of fits. I don't know. Kind of a funny game. Okay, let's switch to another one. We have a game here. White, Evgeny Vukov, legendary grandmaster from Russia. He's I looked it up. He's 81 years old. So the white player here, 81, and Goldmund, grandmaster Rustemov playing black. Yeah, Rustemov is a really strong grandmaster. He was around 2,600 for a long time. I think he lost some points, but still a really good player. Let's see. Black here has, I think, the better endgame. He has some play along the c file, but white might get the knight to d4. White's problem is his bad pieces. Yeah, he's got this bad knight, which is sort of running around now on b2. And yeah, if white had the knight on d4 already, yeah, the f3 knight, it would be nice, but he doesn't manage, yeah. Black now will play knight c6 maybe, or knight f5, or just rook c8, and knight d4, knight c6, I'm sorry. Yeah, maybe a3 now, yeah, this makes some sense. Yeah, using the rook here on his initial square, black, yeah, maybe. And now, but now it takes and rook a7 looks good. Rook d8, knight d4. Maybe white is better here. Yeah, this wasn't such a great development here for black. White definitely has gained in the last couple of moves. Yeah, knight d4, yeah, looks very natural. Looking at c6 and f5 so that the black knight cannot activate itself. Yeah, now knight c6, and you don't go anywhere with the knight on f3. Yeah, I thought knight d4 was better. That looked very natural. But still, knight d3, c5, those kind of ideas. It looks like white still enjoys some advantage. You know, can also play rook a1 first, yeah. Yeah, someone is kibitzing. This guy beat ex-world champions in the old days. That's true. Yeah, Vukov was a super strong GM when he was in his 30s, 40s and so on. He also, I think, was very successful in Blitz chess, winning the things like the Moscow Blitz Championships. And I can totally assure you that the Moscow Blitz Championships is a very, very strong event. Yeah, this is probably tougher than, I don't know, some national championships or European Blitz or whatever, if this ever existed. Yeah, white has a nice space advantage. He has e5 securely covered with knights on d3 and f3. It's not easy to make progress. I know that Vukov's problem here in Blitz is his time. I'm not sure if I played him before on video. Maybe. I know that I had one game where I was losing, and I only really could offer a draw. It was heartbreaking. I was totally losing, but he was so slow that he couldn't make it. I really didn't want to win on time against him in a dead position. Yeah, white is trying to do something on the king side. Interesting. Takes and h5, maybe. Is this something for black? H5 for the passer. White has no problems here. I don't believe that. But how do you? Knight d4 is not helping. Back to h1 maybe, yeah, like rook h1. Oh, wow. Wow, yeah, this guy can play some chess. Bishop takes c6, knight d4 is very strong. Very strong move. Rook f3, king f3, bishop c6, rook a7 check is also very strong. Yeah. Note that the knight is always just winning the b pawn, yeah, if rooks are traded. So rook a7 I think was even stronger. Checking black and basically forcing black to go back to the 8th rank. And maybe then king e3. But white is still in total control. White can take d4, I think. The h pawn. But rook a7. Come on, this must be good. Rook a7, rook b7. You can trade and maybe just knight to f4. Wow. Yeah, 81 years. That's for chess. Chess and for old people, you know. This is really, really strong stuff. He just is totally beating the black player here. King e3, yeah, you're right. King e3, f4, and right on time to stop the h pawn. Yeah, this is completely winning. King g4, h3, and you pick it up. Here maybe not take it for allowing king f5. Maybe you can, you can first do that. Maybe knight f4 check first and then take it. This is total domination. Yeah, that is resigns time almost. I can check on f4 now and then c3 or something, just securing the pawns. Yeah, or two. Just like, this is just 3 pawns in the endgame, c5 and king h4, finally. Yeah, it's only a matter of time. At least Vukov has a guaranteed draw, because he can take e6 all the time. But I hope he will manage this after really playing a fantastic game here. He completely outplayed Rustamov here. Best is probably f4, f5 to make sure that this pawn is really going away. And then you have the draw in hand and can continue from there. But you can just promote here, right? Knight takes e6 is even on. Knight d6 check c7, yeah. That's the quickest way. Very nice, yeah. This is probably some forced checkmate already. Black cannot stop the pawns from promoting. c7, c8. Black's king is in a cage. It's made in 3 or something like that, or maybe 4 moves. Enough. Only thing is stalemate, yeah, that you that you must avoid.
Check.
Uh-oh.
Checkmate.
It's mate. He managed. Yeah, fantastic effort by Vukov here. Fantastic. Yeah, winning this game against a super strong GM here, Rustamov, who's also a really good Blitz player. Yeah, fantastic stuff. Okay, let's see if there's more games here. I can switch to a game here between Danya White. This is Daniel Naroditsky, one of the promising American juniors. I think he's like 18 or 19 years old, and he's playing white here in a 3-minute Blitz game against grandmaster Red White. I don't know who that is. Let me check. Evgeny Tomaseski, very strong GM. Tomaseski is a 2,700 grandmaster for years. He won the European Championships only recently. It's probably a couple of years ago, but he won this tournament. They both are rated 3,000 something here in the 3-minute Blitz rating. This is not the Blitz 5-minute pool rating that I have. Yeah, it's a different animal. In this challenge type system, the ratings are much higher. Which one reason is that this was the first rating introduced on ICC, and somehow this rating inflation is even more pronounced there. Yeah, what kind of position is this? This is a Caro-Kann, and a typical position for the old main line of the bishop f5 Caro, where black is suffering from a disadvantage in space. White has just plays b4, which is very aggressive stuff. And g4, yeah. Note that this is 3-minute, yeah, very important. 3-minute without, no, it's 3-0, yeah. So we are talking about something that is somewhat between, regular 5-minute Blitz and bullet chess. 3-minute chess is really a lot quicker than 5-minute. It feels a lot quicker. Very often, just like bullet chess, only where you have some spots where you can pick to think a little bit at least. Yeah, black is solid as mentioned, but he suffers from lack of space. Maybe rook d4 now, rook d1, this kind of moves to improve white's position. White is just a little bit better. One point is that this black kingside majority is not doing very much. Oh, he could just take the pawn. I didn't even see that. f6, however. How do you keep your bishop there on g7? That looks tricky. Well, maybe you have to. Maybe you can somehow get rid of the f4 queen. Something like queen d2 or queen e4 or something like that. Trying to get rid of the queen on f4 so that you can take h6. Something like that is probably necessary. Yeah, white is taking a long time here for a 3-minute game. 25 seconds, now 30 seconds difference is a lot. Yeah, one of the moves I suggested, so probably, my suggestion wasn't totally off. White managed to get this bishop out, but this was definitely not the development that he, really like to do. Queen c2, and now bishop back. Then h5 drops. Rook g1 is also maybe possible. Rook dg1 counter-attacking. Yeah, here rook h5, and black is a pawn up, I guess. Yeah, just purely arithmetically speaking, black is a pawn up. And it looks like there is no particular compensation, especially considering that white's king position is really exposed. c4, b4. This is a very, very airy king, and this can be very problematic, as we all know in Blitz. Oh, knight d5 now. c5, wow, what a move. Oh, this is also interesting. If queen takes c4, queen d1, and knight a3 was threatened. Knight c4 was powerful chess. But knight d5 also certainly was good. Yeah, black is winning here. Good move, yeah. Just protecting the strong knight, and now black can pick up the piece. Yeah, and now queen's traded. So yeah, white
resigns.
White can resign, and he did resign. Yeah, okay. I guess we want to see the rematch here and see what happens. Yeah, Naroditsky is black playing the classical Sicilian with knight c6, knight f6, and d6, and we got a rouser, the rouser variation after the Russian player theoretician Rouser. h6. h6 is uncommon here. Knight e4 maybe. Is this now a tactic? But black has not castled, so knight e4, bishop d6 will be a problem. I never saw this particular move order for black. I really never saw that. Knight e4, bishop h4, there's d6 hanging at the end, so knight takes e4 cannot be played. This typical tactic that works very often in the Sicilian. Somehow black's setup looks problematic to me. I don't know. e5 looks dangerous at some point with bishop maybe to e4. I'm actually a bit surprised that Tomaseski here played 1 e4. He's normally a d4 player, if I'm not mistaken. d4 and c4. He's playing close games mostly, and in very strong manner actually. Tomaseski is a player to watch if you play c4, knight f3, any close repertoire. But here he played very aggressively with 1 e4. g4, yeah, black just takes this. But rook g1, yeah, white is playing as aggressively as possible, which is quite often a good policy in Blitz chess, and especially in the Sicilian, where you have this double-edged type of positions. Yeah, black will never ever find a safe spot for the king. There's simply no pawn cover. So it will be very difficult to play. I think, yeah, probably knight takes g3 now. If you go back, e5 will just drop. Yeah, and now the rook is hanging in the corner. Very nice. Yeah, queen g3 probably. Yeah, white is a pawn down, but where is black hiding his king? Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, white has a strong compensation for the pawn, as the king never ever will be safe. Knight d4, yeah, okay, nice tactic. Yeah? Queen takes d4, bishop b5 check. Very strong, and black is giving up the queen to consolidate.
Check.
He has the bishop pair as a compensation, and 2 pawns. So 2 bishops and 2 pawns. That is actually quite interesting. It could be quite okay for black if he gets his pieces properly coordinated. For example, it is very important that there is this bishop on e6, which is anchored by the pawn. So you need outposts, safe positions for your pieces. The bishop on on e7 does not have such an outpost. Maybe king g7, bishop f6. Okay, white is smashing through here, trying to get to black's king entering. Probably a good decision. The bishop on e6 was very strong, always sort of tying the whole position together. And this is not easy to play at all. Rook d7, white is active here. Yeah, from a material point of view, this isn't clear at all.
Check.
And the position itself is very difficult to play, especially in Blitz. Oh wow, cool tactic. Rook e7, there's rook f2 check and rook f3, winning back the queen. Maybe back to keep the rook f2 idea alive, and the bishop on f8 is covering.
Check.
I think black at least can give a ton of checks now. Is this a draw?
Check.
Maybe is this a draw? White isn't threatening that much, to be honest. Rook f4, rook f5, those kind of ideas. Queen b6 maybe, or queen e3 to attack e6.
Check.
Is e6 falling? What's the time? Both have 20 seconds. Yeah, 3-minute chess. Very
Check.
tricky. But black has tons of checks, again. b4 is protected. Yeah, it is probably quite okay for black.
Check.
You can even just cover. Yeah, exactly. Just cover this, and everything is coordinated here. Maybe the g-pawn is even something that will worry white. But of course, yeah, 8 seconds against 10 seconds. This is the problem. It will not be decided by purely chess means. Oh, c5.
Check.
Okay. The pawn
Check.
promotes. g1 will happen. Yeah, white will lose on time.
White resigns.
But white now is lost with a new queen emerging on the board. Okay, yet another game. This is fun. Let's see. Yeah, what a side nine. Bishop c4 I think is even a move here, and only then knight e2. Yeah, he played that. Yeah, now knight e2. This is certainly not bad for white. Yeah, he has 3 pieces out. Black has none. It is very close though, so probably nothing very serious happening. White maybe going for f4 even here. f4, knight f3. Yeah, why not? Yeah. I was just about to say, is something like that a move? Yeah, bishop b3. There was maybe c4. So this sick move king d1 was maybe necessary. Nah, that's really ugly for white. The king on d1. Black is attacking just directly, not wasting any time. Bishop c5. Yeah, just good. Where's the knight going to go? Yeah, knight somewhere. There's bishop c6 or something. Knight e4 hangs. Yeah, black just has a good attack here. Knight f5 here maybe. Is this a move? Knight f5. He went for that. Threatens mate on g7, and if black takes on e3, we will recapture with the knight. White is a pawn up after all. Sorry, bishop e3. That's queen g7 mate, of course. Totally silly. Nonsense. Knight h5. That was an interesting reply. Just bishop takes e3 now. Yeah, come on. This Okay, right. Knight takes. But still h5 hangs, yeah. Not easy. Queen c7. Phew. Tactically very tricky position. Queen takes. White still has a wide open king position. Very, very problematic. But maybe it's not that bad. Can you play... Maybe you just c3
Check.
here. Yeah, and now c3. It's maybe possible. The queen attacks the knight on h5, and the only big problem is that the knight on e7 is stranded. This is why I wanted to go d4 immediately. But it's not clear. Maybe white can play also f5. Very difficult position. There's also the dead bishop on a2. There are many things that point to a white to a problem for white. Yeah, he has a pawn and the center and everything, but e7 is stranded. A2 is a bad bishop, and you lack a little bit of time to coordinate. Yeah, rook ae8. Yeah, and this thing is lost. Still a funny pawn formation with all pawns advanced on the king side. Yeah, knight e8. There is no attack really. The problem is that on a2 this bishop is not participating at all. This is one problem. Yeah, the main problem is that white is a piece down, but it does not help that one of the pieces that you have, the bishop, is not playing, and the rook on a1 is also not really participating. Yeah, black might even get in f5. Yeah, f5 breaks the position open. Black is about 30 seconds down on the clock though. Yeah, the idea is to get in queen d4, yeah? Just hoping for this cheap trick.
Check.
Yeah, going to the long diagonal is a good idea as black. Just covering the d4 square, and now rook g5 and queen
Check.
f3 is easiest, yeah? Get the queens off.
Check.
Okay, white is still trying to win on time, which is, yeah, well, it's something that you can do in Blitz, of course. Even if you got totally outplayed the whole game. Let's see, yeah, rook to f1, and that's it. There's really nothing that white can do. You can take g5, rook f5, and rook f1. Yeah, or this one, yeah, can immediately go there. Was a little mate on a8. Yeah, rook a8 checkmate was the threat. But Tomaseski saw that. Again, some tricks, but you just take everything, and now rook f1 is okay.
Check.
Promoting. Yeah, black has 12 seconds. It should be enough, really, even with some checks.
Check. Check.
Yeah, get near the king and try to get a checkmate in.
Check.
Rook f6. Yep, this looks good. Even in 6 seconds, it should be enough. Queen takes b6, and then a check on the back rank. This is also good. Mate next move. Here we go. Yeah, well deserves victory here for Tomaseski, who really was better from the get-go. Yeah, I keep an eye on other games, but this is really the best setup. Yeah. Well, Naroditsky is 2630 maybe or something, and Tomaseski 2730. So it's a really high-profile matchup. Okay, so this is a sideline. Okay.
Check.
Interesting. Yeah, a sideline where black has accepted a completely wrecked pawn structure, but he has got the bishop pair and some central play here. Bishop f5 looks like, I don't know, strange move. It's not really doing anything on f5, always looking at the d3 pawn, but maybe you had no better placement for this bishop. That's certainly possible.
Check.
Black is actually allowing trades or encouraging trades. That surprises me. Even knight a4 is a move now, yeah? Trying to just take c5. How is he protecting that? You know, by bishop f5 looked a little bit strange to me. It's doing nothing there. It looks at a protected d3 pawn, and it's doing nothing. I mean, I don't know where it should go instead, but this is definitely excellent for white. But bishop h3, yeah, this is maybe a problem. So yeah, queen f3 is probably a good move, just covering h3. And here, yeah, the queen trade is, of course, would be fantastic for white. And it's hard to not, yeah, you can go back, but knight c5 is just good for white, I think. Knight d7 is a huge threat. Yeah, white is a pawn up and has compensation. This is something that will prove to be very difficult for black to handle. Yeah, what a position. White can pile up on the e-pawn now. Black is trying yeah, a desperate counter attack with f5 and so on. But it shouldn't really be that dangerous. Yeah, you can always put the queen on f3 and protect things. Yeah. Trading queens is just the same as resigning, basically. Yeah, but black, he didn't really have much choice. White can just take e6. Then knight f4. No, better not. Knight f4, yeah. Okay, white is trying to do it with trades.
Check.
Interesting. I mean, he is already a pawn up and has the better structure. So maybe trading isn't the worst possible idea. Yeah, again, trade. Pawn up, better structure. Why not? Going to the
check.
Rook endgame. Yeah, black is avoiding that. Probably wise. A wise decision. The rook was hanging, yeah. Knight g5 didn't help. I think white is playing this really nicely. He has everything under control. Rook takes f4 is a little trick now for rook g1 check. This is actually tricky. What should white do? Oh, he gave up. Rook takes f4 is still possible. What a shame, yeah. What a shame.
Check.
White got totally out, black got totally outplayed, and now for some reason he has won a piece, yeah. This is kind of a frustrating game. It was totally one-sided, and yeah, now black is a piece up. It's not easy though. The e6 pawn is falling, and active rook and so on. That's not totally easy.
Check. Check.
Nice, but he does not have to take king b1 or something. Takes on b4, takes on a2. Yeah, okay.
Check.
White is trying to do something with his pawns. He has to hope for mistakes, being a piece down.
Check.
Which of course wasn't really necessary at all.
Check.
White was completely winning initially.
Check.
Yeah, but
Check.
he is continuing a bit. He has no time to resign.
Check.
So he just continues to fight, and
Check.
knight b5. No, that's resigns.
White resigns.
Yeah, bit of a shame. Because it was a very one-sided game, and then Tomaseski just blundered stuff. Okay, the Retty here with c4, d4, b4, bishop g4, knight e4. Like a trump with a couple of extra moves. Bishop g4 is somewhat irregular. queen b7. Okay, this is a gambit here. Funny, a queen b3, f3, b7. But black has active play, no doubt about it. He's got the knight in play, the bishop f8 in play, even from its original square, and he threatens 8 takes b4. And this looks really tricky. White's position with no development here, not easy. Even moves like e4 come into consideration, trying to trap the queen. I'm not sure if you manage that, but yeah, e4 is aggressive. Queen c6. Where's the queen going here, actually? Maybe now you can take here. Yeah, exactly. But okay, knight takes. Yeah, knight takes. Threatening rook a8 now, winning the queen. How do you save it? Queen a4. Queen a4. There's also stuff like queen f6 here, yeah? How do you protect f2? Not at all, I guess. Yeah, this and queen h4
Check.
And black wins. Yeah, I mean, what Naroditsky did here was really cheeky, moving only pawns and then his queen a ton of times. He got completely crushed here. So time for vengeance here for Tomaseski, who was winning totally in the game before that. But maybe he can try to get a win in. How is their score, by the way? There is no match score here visible. It is slight. It's +1 for +1. Is it +1? I'm sorry. I have to look it up from. Let me look it up from Tomaseski's perspective. He's on -1. So
Check.
Tomaseski with the win here, as black could actually level the scores, and he will probably do it. He is an exchange up, and now a second exchange if he just takes a1, and he has a mating attack. That's really a lot, all at the same time. Yeah, that's almost, yeah, it's impossible to spoil, actually. Can also take f1. Queen takes for queen takes d3.
Check.
Yeah, those kind of moves, they come
White
quickly.
resigns.
So they're on even score, 50%. And again, Tomaseski is going for e4. Maybe I missed something here and he has changed his repertoire, but he was really playing mostly c4 and d4 when I studied his games. Yeah, he played a sideline here, the g3 line against 2e3. This also had been played by world champion Magnus Carlsen in match game, I think 4 it was, against Anand. Didn't get anywhere, and this game probably also is not exactly showing that white has an advantage. g3 is not the kind of move I'm talking about. g3 here, not the kind of move that sees you playing for a big edge as white. Very difficult anyway in modern chess to get any advantage with white, so quite often people are content with just getting a playable position and go from here. Yeah, let's have a look. Black has good center and white has some weaknesses like f4, h4 and so on. Looks good for black. But maybe knight e5 now is good. Attacking g6, c6. And knight e5, rook e5 is quite active. Oh, interesting. What about this? Yeah, I just wanted to say knight b4. Interesting. A3. And where do you go? Okay. I think black has to probably play some sort of counter attack here, yeah? Like bishop d6 or f6 or stuff like that. If the knight moves, he's toast on b7, simply. Or knight c6, knight takes c6, wins the exchange, forking both rooks. Black has no move here.
Check.
Yeah, king takes f7. There's also bishop d5 check in the mix. I mean, white will take first on b4. He has to cover d5 or secure d5, and then there is this check coming. Plus white is a pawn up, so really, really a problem. I'm not sure what he should play.
Check.
Black's king is very weak. And where is this bishop going, actually? Maybe you can do something. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. For bishop d1, queen d3 check. Yeah, king g5, queen f5 check, king h4, queen f5.
Black
mate
resigns.
Yeah, resigned. So this was a nice win again for Tomaseski. So what is this? Is he +1 now here in this match? Yes, he turned the table, and he had a totally winning position before that. So he really was dominating this matchup. Okay, this was nice, but Naroditsky has disconnected. So we have to look for another game. What about Blitz games? 5-minute games. Let's have a look. Something good going on. 3-minute. We actually have Heavy Heartbird. 3-minute. He's playing 3-minute, and against Chess Dennis here from Denmark. Yeah, Yardbird, Grandmaster Eric Lobron. Let's see. He's got, what is this? Equal material. Black has nicely centralized pieces though. Bishop b7, bishop d6, pointing towards the king side. Yeah, not a position you love to have against Lobron, who's such a dangerous attacking player, especially when it comes to attacking your king position, yeah. I mean, he's also good attacking anywhere on the board, but against the king it gets really, really nasty often. Okay, he's black now. What should he do? Rook e8. Knight g5 would be nice, but at the moment this blunders due to taking and queen h7. Yeah, maybe this g6 move. I was thinking about that, just trying to keep things under control, that queen h7 is not coming. And yeah, it's white is a little bit misplaced. The bishop on a5 is somewhat disconnected from the rest of his army, and he decides to retreat it. Maybe knight g5 now, asking white what is he doing with his knight. Yeah, exactly. If you trade queen takes, then queen g2 mate is very, very strong, this idea. Yeah, and now we have to go f4, yeah. Very ugly move. And just back probably. Queen e7 for bishop e4 or something like that. Yeah, or c4 bishop c5 is also good. Yeah, c4 looks good. This would be my move here. Yeah, Yardbird is almost 40 seconds up now on the clock. Now it is 40 seconds. Plus the position. I think c4. He probably... Oh no, he does not do it. Okay. Yeah, we can still take and play c4. No, he wants to go to the long diagonal. It just hangs on b3, I think. If you just take it. Queen b3 and what then? Queen d7 maybe? Or what? Queen takes d5. What is this move? White can just take the bishop. He didn't. What? What am I missing? That was just a double blunder. And now c4. Okay. Yeah, I understand what LeBron did here, but he was just blundering on d5. White could have taken this, and now, yeah, now black is just easily winning. He's won a piece, and he's got more than 30 extra seconds on the clock. So a very
White resigns.
convincing advantage that should be enough to win the game. Okay, let's see. Other games going on? Any GM duels? Prefer 5 minute if possible. Ah yeah, here we have another Yardbird game. Yardbird playing white against Geheimpolizei, the secret police. Geheimpolizei is a GM, but US flag. Many GMs nowadays. Impossible to guess. Okay, a French advance. So Yardbird has played e4. Against me, he rarely does that. I don't know why. He plays d4 mostly. Against me, we got many Nimzo Indians, Bogo Indians, stuff like that. Okay, yeah, I like black here, to be honest. Should be quite okay. Yeah, the bishop, I don't know, should probably go back somewhere. On a3, it's not doing anything. Maybe not very urgent, this thing, but you never take on b4, yeah. And if you're not doing that, what is the bishop doing on a3? Not much. Black has the two bishops, but they are both not great on e6 and e7. Both not participating very much in the game. Oh, interesting. What is the black player up to? Can play normal moves like this. Rook c8, queen d7, and so on. Yeah, knight to d3, queen to d3, those kind of ideas. I think a queen trade would actually... would it favor black? Difficult to say. But black probably would not mind that. Also, I'm thinking is it possible... Wow, knight d3? Knight d3, is this... What is b3 doing now? This pawn, is it just dropping almost? I think it looks like it's dropping almost. And what is exactly White's move? Rook d1 maybe to attack on d3. You just take b2 for a good position. Yeah, black is in good shape now. Yeah, a3 was somewhat of a lemon, yeah. But the knight on b4 with this knight d3 ideas was always very annoying. So LeBron went for kicking the knight, and it blew up in his face. Very uncomfortable now. Maybe rook c3 or something like that. Rook c3, rook takes c3, queen c3, very shaky stuff. Rook c8, yeah, there's even rook c8. Wow, then white is really in bad shape. Yeah, queen b3, yeah, he just takes that, and now b2. Yeah, rook cb1, there's rook takes c3, or queen takes c3. And a3 is also hanging. You cannot even attack here. Attack the queen. Rook a2, there's rook takes c3. Black wins immediately. That's really bad. And black is 2 minutes up on the clock. Yeah, a bad beating here that Lobron receives. Pretty tough loss. I really don't see him recovering here. You have very little activity as white. Very little. And there's queen b6 next, yeah? So you have to do something. I mean, I don't know what, but I think you cannot attack the queen in any way. And you cannot prevent the queen from going to b6. So, very tricky. Black played this very fast. But I think he could decide on a number of moves actually while Lobron was using his time. Yeah, he's not playing. Is he even connected? Yeah, he is. I'm sorry. Bishop b4, yeah. Maybe just a full-scale trade, yeah. Rook c1, rook c1, rook c8. Just trading everything that that is possible to trade. Lost the sound. Rook a b1, yeah. Queen a2. It's not so difficult for black. He has only moves, check. But this way you don't have to decide on very much if you only have one option. Rook c8. That's very good for black. 2 pawns and no compensation. And he's 2.5 minutes up. Really straightforward win for black. Are there any other games going on? Let's check spectacular stuff somewhere. Not really. Yeah, black can mostly. Yeah, you can only lose the game due to some blunder. But this position itself is a win. Yeah, okay, maybe knight f4. Yeah, knight f4, knight g5, some last ditch counter attack trying to get at the king. I've lost my fair share of silly games with those counter attacks. And quite a couple to Yardbird. Oh, queen c1. Queen c1 check. Picks up the knight. That's it for crazy check. Counter attacks. Yeah, he will
White
resign now.
Resigns.
There's absolutely no counterplay or whatever. Simply a win. Okay, what games do we have? I'd like to do one more to make it a 1 hour video. Let's see, a little bit more. Yeah, maybe here. Aladdin versus Geheimpolizei again. Aladdin has no name in there, but tons of games. Yeah, I have played both, I believe, but I think here Geheimpolizei, maybe just once, or no, score 0. I have never played him. Okay. Maybe this guy simply has different playing times. It sometimes happens that you almost never play against a particular player simply because he's on at totally different times. Yeah, the time zones are crucial here. Okay, this was a French tirage with a very typical structure there. Black played 3, knight f6. This line leading to this typical pawn structure with the d4 pawn against e6 and d5. Black suffers from the slight structural problem, but he has relatively active piece. He has the f pawn, the f file for his rooks. Yeah, maybe this is about equal. One problem is that while e6 is technically a weakness on this half-open file, it's not really happening, this weakness, because white has no pieces whatsoever that might even come close to put any pressure there. So I think black should be okay. Bishop e8 also was interesting. Yeah, white now, what about taking and f4 or something? Trying to block e5. Ah yeah, he played that. Also now maybe g3, bishop f3, trying to consolidate, yeah. White needs to finish his build up in a way. Ah, interesting. Yeah, very good. Black is activating his bishop. Bishop c4 maybe, just putting it there and go from this. Oh, he just took. Very yeah, very radical decision. Just take this. White has rook e1, bishop g4 and so on. He has some useful pressure against the e-pawn. Yeah, tricky. Dropping back. Oh, are they repeating moves here? You're not going to play a draw here, right? That would be a shame. Just drawing. It is an interesting position and no reason. Yeah, okay. Really no reason for white especially to draw. With e6 being under fire. I was surprised that he took on e2. It seemed to me that this knight on e2 was a really passive piece that is not easily improved, but maybe I'm not assessing this correctly. Black does not have rook e8. Yeah, this is one problem here. Yeah, wow. If you have to play that, something's wrong. Something's really wrong. The knight on d8. Yeah, maybe he has an active idea, possible, like queen d7, knight f7, knight d6, and then to e4 or c4. But okay, he just drops back. Now bishop g4, and what then? Maybe queens, yeah, queen c5. And black has a problem. How can he not trade queens now? Queen d7? Oh. Queen d7, there's maybe f5 also. f5, pawn takes, rook e7. This kind of thing. And also the queen is on f8, yeah? Maybe you can take e6. Just take e6 a couple of times. Bishop e6, knight e6, rook e6. Yeah, okay. White has control. He's not rushing things, just slowly building up further. Yeah, black's position is just entirely passive. But if you don't win e6 immediately, then it's a situation where it is not so easy to make progress, as white's pieces are already placed so fantastically. You don't really know how to improve. Giving up e6 now.
Check.
You don't want to get rid of the knight on d8, but probably you never get anywhere if you don't take. Queen b7 maybe, if it's not blundering stuff. Yeah, there's not even a check, so pretty good. And d5 hangs, so not easy. Maybe queen a2, queen b3, this kind of thing. Yeah, that's really good for white. He can maybe just take now on d5 for queen e4. Check, centralizing. But it's not an automatic win, yeah? That's not trivial or anything.
Check.
Time is equal. Both sides about 2 minutes left. Yeah,
Check.
Queen E7 is interesting. Yeah,
Check.
it is interesting because Black's king position is so bad. He's on the 8th rank, and White, is this winning? I think White has good winning chances. His king is activated, and he's got the very strong d pawn. Yeah, that's a good decision probably. Just giving away h2. I think Black cannot even take it. d6 now. And look, yeah. Yeah, now d7, there's king e7. So it's not clear if this is winning so easily. Rook a7 now. Rook
Check.
a7, winning the g pawn.
Check.
And this should win with the king being... maybe not. No. King f7. Yeah, I didn't think about this too clearly. Still good drawing chances. Yeah, Black has to. Yeah, rook a2, giving checks from the side. I don't really know how he should win now. And now the king can go to g4. I think he should have given checks before. But difficult, really difficult to tell.
Check.
King g4, come on, king g4. King h4, g4, f5, king h5. Very difficult. Not sure if Black has chances to defend him. Not sure at all. F5 was good, yeah. So that you get in rook g6 check, king h5, g4, king h4 now, g4
check.
And so on. Or this first. Strong, yeah. Now h6 falls with check, and that's it. White wins. So Aladdin here beats the Geheimpolizei, the secret police. And yeah, this will also be the end of this live kibitzing on
check.
Various GMs. So we've looked at a couple of GMs here. Tomaseski, Naroditsky, the mysterious Geheimpolizei, Eric Lobron. We seen Rustemov, and Russian chess legend Yevgeny Vasyukov. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this kibitzing, about 1 hour. I will do some more of those around Christmas time and the time between Christmas and New Year's. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.